Good evening everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officer Study 24/7. How are you all? So welcome to the channel, and before starting the session, before moving forward, first let me know is audio video both are okay, are we good to go? So in today's session we will be discussing about the module B, class number 6, that is your IE IFS. So as we have already discussed that when we talk about IE IFS subject, there are total 45 units. How many units are there? We have 45 units in this particular subject, and each unit have divided in 4 of your modules. Like it means we have 4 modules, and if we talk about the 4 modules, we have 45 units in the 4 modules, and that we have to cover here. So before moving forward, first let me know is audio video both are okay, are we good to go? And also one more important thing, what's happening? Okay, yeah. So if we talk about IE IFS subject, as you all know that we have discussed, just give me a minute. Okay, so as we have discussed that there are 4 modules, and in 4 modules we have 45 units that we have to cover in the IE IFS subject. And when it comes to this subject, the 2 modules IE covers A and B module of your, and the module C and D is a part of your IFS. And out of that module A we have discussed in your YouTube series. In the Achiever series we have already covered your module A, and today we are going through the module B. Already module B 6 classes. This is the 6th class of module B. So if you haven't seen earlier session, do make sure you check on the playlist. You will find all the sessions available there. Okay, so let's start. And if we talk about today's session will be our monetary policy and fiscal policy. That is unit number 17. Overall, if we talk about unit number, it is the 17th unit number under the module B. So we have module A, in which 11 units are there. From unit number 12, we have your module B. Okay, and when it comes to the module B, we have to cover the kind of topics which are related to the banking, but they are of economics topic, like the monetary policy, fiscal policy we are talking about. When we talk about monetary policy, first of all, the basic I will write here about these 2 topics. Monetary policy is actually prepared or formulated by Reserve Bank of India. Who makes monetary policy? RBI makes monetary policy. And when we talk about the review of monetary policy, it's a bi-monthly review. When we talk about bi-monthly, it means every 2 months RBI gives us the review of monetary policy. Okay, so when we talk about monetary policy, it is what? It is formulated by Reserve Bank of India. It provides us bi-monthly review. Bi-monthly review means it's simple. Every 2 months there will be a review of monetary policy, and it will be in one financial year you will get 6 reviews of monetary policy. Okay, apart from that, if we talk about further, you can see in the monetary policy, the main objective to make monetary policy is to make sure that there is a price stability in the market. Okay, in the economy, there should be the price stability. That's the objective of Reserve Bank of India behind making the monetary policy. So by controlling money supply in the market, RBI tries to control the prices in the economy, and that's the main objective of monetary policy. When it comes to the other objective, to maintain price stability, RBI have to make sure that there is no compromise with the sustainable economic growth of the country. It means prices have to be managed by RBI, price stability should be there, plus apart from that, there should be the proper, if we talk about the economic growth, it means there should be no compromise with the economic growth. Price stability with the economic growth is mandatory. Okay, price stability with the economic growth is mandatory in the economy, and that's why RBI makes the monetary policy. This is the main objective. Now, when it comes to the fiscal policy actually formulated by Ministry of Finance, that means Government of India. And when we talk about fiscal policy, it is Government of India's policy in which the review will be provided annually, and this is actually our budget. There will be annual review, or we can call it the budget. So fiscal policy is actually the budget of Government of India that talks about the upcoming financial year's revenue and expenses. Like what will be the revenue for the upcoming financial year of Government of India and what will be the expenditure. So in the fiscal policy, we are actually making our budget related to your Government of India. Like what will be the earning in the upcoming financial year and what will be the expenditure in the upcoming financial year. That's talked about under the fiscal policy. Now when it comes to the fiscal policy, the instrument that government use here is tax and the spending of Government of India. Okay, tax and spending of Government of India is actually the fiscal policy of Government of India or instrument of fiscal policy. So whenever government formulates fiscal policy, that is every year have to be done because every year the budget have to be introduced. This is what we're talking about here. Okay, so fiscal policy is simply a policy that will be formulated by Ministry of Finance under the Government of India, obviously. Annual review, it means the budget will come once in a year and that will be presented on 1st of February. So this is the monetary policy prepared by RBI. This is the fiscal policy prepared by Government of India. And on this topic, we have to discuss the certain number of questions. So let's start with the first question here. The first question is talking about FRBM Act enacted as law in which year? So also you have to remember the full form of FRBM. So I won't be letting you know here the full form of FRBM because one question I have added in this session that will talk about your FRBM only. Okay, so FRBM is Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. And this act was actually, you have to remember 3 years regarding this act. So in 2000 year, this bill was first time introduced and this was introduced by Mr. Yashwant Sinha. Mr. Yashwant Sinha was the finance minister at that time and he actually introduced this budget. Then in 2003, this bill was passed and this act was created. Okay, so this act was passed. In 2004, this act became effective. This act became effective in 2004. Clear? So this is the 3 years we have to remember. All the 3 years you have to remember. Like the first, when we talk about 2000, it was the year when the act was introduced. Second, in the 2000 year, the bill was introduced by Mr. Yashwant Sinha. In 2003, the parliament passed the bill and it have been converted to act. And in 2004, this act became effective. But the question is asking FRBM Act enacted as law in which year? In 2003. It means the right answer will be your B option. The right answer will be your B option. That is 2003. I hope clear. Now, the next question we are talking about here is fiscal policy in India is formulated by. And that's a very simple question we have just discussed. Fiscal policy is Government of India's policy and it is actually formulated by the Finance Ministry. It means C option. Who formulates the fiscal policy? Ministry of Finance formulates the fiscal policy. Your right answer will be C. Okay. So, fiscal policy in India formulated by Finance Ministry, Government of India. Okay, and always remember the budget will be presented by the finance minister only. So right answer will be your C. That is finance ministry. Next question we have, which of the following items are included in revenue receipts? So when we talk about revenue receipts, before going through the revenue receipts, let's understand the basics here. When we talk about the budget have 2 receipts, or we can say budget have 2 components. The first component of budget is revenue budget. The first component of budget is revenue budget and the second component of budget is capital budget. So when we talk about the revenue budget, what is actually the revenue budget? Revenue budget is the budget which is day-to-day budget. It means daily budget, daily government's income and expenditure will be talked under the revenue budget. And when it comes to the capital budget is the budget which is a long-term budget. Long-term income and expenditure will be calculated here. So budgets have 2 types, revenue budget and capital budget. Revenue budget is day-to-day budget, capital budget is a long-term budget. Now, both the budgets, obviously budget is always a statement of revenue and expenses of Government of India. So this revenue and expenses will be divided into 2 parts. Okay, so the revenue budget and capital budget have 2 parts. First part will be revenue receipts and second revenue expenditure. Here capital receipts and capital expenditure will be there. And when it comes to revenue receipts, it means what? It means the day-to-day income of Government of India. because revenue budget is a short-term budget, and when we talk about day-to-day income of Government of India, it is known as your revenue receipts. Clear? So your right answer will be what? First is saying tax revenue, and this is true. Every day we are purchasing something from Government of India, and every day we are paying taxes. So tax revenue is a day-to-day income. Second, non-tax revenue. It is also a day-to-day income. Let's say, for example, we are going for a we are going for a long drive, okay, and we forgot to have to pick the seat belt. In that situation, we have to pay to the traffic police the challan or fine or penalty, whatever. So these fine and penalty challans are day-to-day income of Government of India. That is also true. Recovery of loans. When it comes to the loans, it's a long-term earning for the government. And the borrowing and other liability is also long-term. So these two are the part of capital. But A and B, it means first and second is the part of your revenue receipt. So the right answer will be your A, first and second. Okay, so right answer is A, that is first and second. Next question. So next question is bank rate is also referred to. So what is the other name of the bank rate? You let me know that. I will let you know here what actually the bank rate is. So we know under the bank rate, RBI actually give loan. RBI give loan to whom? To the scheduled commercial bank. RBI gives loan to scheduled commercial bank for long-term period. Long-term period means for more than 3 months. So whenever RBI gives loan to commercial banks for the long-term period, that is known as your bank rate. This is known as your what? Bank rate. And when it comes to the bank rate, okay, right now as of today, it means as of 3rd of January 2024, right now we have a 6.75% bank rate. But as I have told you, bank rate is the indirect instrument of monetary policy. But every 2 months, this monetary policy will be reviewed. And now after January, the next review or the last review of the financial year 23-24 will be February. So in the one financial year, we have 6 reviews, and this review will be the last review. The February review will be the last review of financial year 23-24. And after February, the next review will be seen in the year in the month April 2024. Okay, and you guys have to remember the rates of policy rates and your reverse ratio. You have to remember of April month, because you have paper in May and the latest one will be your April. Okay, so now here this is current and we have to read about the latest one, that will be in April. And RBI gives loan to whom? To the scheduled commercial bank for the long term period more than 3 months. That is known as bank rate. And the other name of bank rate is discount rate. Okay, the other name of bank rate is what? The discount rate. So the right answer will be your A. Clear? Next question. Expand FRBM Act that was introduced in the year 2003 and became effective in 2004. So what is the full form of FRBM? The full form of FRBM is simply Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. This is the FRBM. Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act is the full form of FRBM that was created in the year 2003 to maintain. And why this FRBM Act was introduced? To make revenue deficit 0 and fiscal deficit 3%. This is the target of FRBM Act that have been taken, but still we are not able to achieve this target. Still we are having the same target, that revenue deficit should be 0 and fiscal deficit should be 3%. Okay, next question. Next question we have here is expand OMO. What is OMO? So OMO is actually the indirect instrument of monetary policy, and what OMO is, I will let you know. You let me know the full form of OMO. So first of all, when we talk about OMO, here Government of India issues its security. Government will give its securities to RBI. And whenever RBI feels that scheduled commercial bank have access liquidity, more money is there with the scheduled commercial bank, what they will do, they will give loan to the public. So that's why RBI have to reduce their liquidity. So RBI will sell security to the scheduled commercial bank and will take liquidity from them. Okay, but these securities will always have a maturity period. Like treasury bills have 91 days, 182 days, 364 days. If we talk about your dated government security, you have a maturity period of 1 year to 40 years. In case of your, let's say, cash management bill, up to 90 days. So every particular security have a maturity period. So as and when the security's maturity will be ended, RBI will purchase back the security and will give liquidity to the scheduled commercial bank. So whenever RBI have to maintain the liquidity of scheduled commercial bank, then government issues securities and give to RBI, and RBI use that security to maintain the liquidity of scheduled commercial bank. And this is done under the open market operation. It means the A option. And one more important thing is that in open market operation, there is no participation of public. Public cannot directly participate in the open market operation. Clear? So here right answer is A. Next question. Next question we have, if RBI wants to reduce liquidity from the system, it should. Like if RBI want to reduce the liquidity from the system, what should RBI do? First, decrease the reverse repo rate. Second, decrease the repo rate. Third, increase the CRR. Fourth, decrease the SLR. So first of all, RBI want to reduce liquidity. Now, if RBI wants that the money should be less in the economy, what have to be done? RBI have to increase the policy rates. When RBI increase policy rates, then what happened? The loan will become costlier. The loan will be costlier for the public, and when the loan will be costlier, the money supply with public will automatically reduces. Okay, so what happened? What have to be done? RBI have to decrease reverse repo rate, decrease repo rate, decrease SLR. No, RBI have to increase the CRR. It means C option is correct. Because when you increase the policy rates of monetary policy, then the loan become costlier, and then the money supply will automatically be controlled. So right answer is C. Okay, next question. Which of the following statements accurately describe an expansionary monetary policy? So expansionary monetary policy is also known as a easy monetary policy, and this happens when RBI want to increase the money supply in the market. So whenever RBI want to increase the money supply in the market, one second, what RBI have to do? RBI have to reduce the policy rate. When policy rates will be reduced by RBI, what happen? The loans will become cheaper. Loans will be cheaper for the public, and it will increase the money supply in the market. So this is the effect that will be seen whenever RBI makes expansionary monetary policy. So first is saying it decrease the total money supply. No, it is increasing the money supply. First cannot be correct. Second is saying it raises interest rate. No, in the expansionary monetary policy, interest rate will be decreased. Okay, it will increase unemployment. No, if the money is more with the public, they will demand more goods and services. And if they are demanding more goods and services, what happened? They will be seeing more demand of goods and services from the public. Then the production have to be increased. And for production, you have to give job. And it is saying it increase employment. No, it will increase the employment. So right answer is D. It increase the total supply of money in the economy. So right answer will be D. Okay, so what happens if RBI makes expansionary monetary policy? It will increase the total supply of money in the economy. Right answer is D. Next question. Next we have, as per the amendment RBI Act, what is the inflation target set by the government of India for the period from 1st April 2021 to 31st of March 2026 with the upper lower tolerance limit? So in the Monetary Policy Committee, this work have been given to Government of India, that the Government of India have to take the target of inflation for what years? For 5 years after consultation with the RBI governor. So the inflation target will be taken for 5 years by the government, but after consulting with Reserve Bank of India. And right now from 1st April 2021 to 31st March 2026, we have the inflation rate is 4%, upper tolerance limit is 6 and lower tolerance limit is 2. So we have 4%, plus minus 2%. This is the inflation target. So right answer will be your B. Right answer is B. Okay, next. Next we have, which of the following is a development that can occur as a result of deficit financing? It is a development that can occur as a result of deficit financing. So deficit financing is a function that is performed by RBI for the Government of India. So under this, whenever Government of India have a temporary mismatch of inflation, or I can say the temporary mismatch is there of what? When there is a temporary mismatch of your income and expenditure of Government of India, at that time RBI will print more currency on the order of Government of India. That's the deficit financing, and it actually what result will be seen? The rise in inflation within the Indian economy. That's true, because more money you are printing there. Second, the improvement in the money supply in the economy increases, and that's also happens. Money supply will be improved in the economy. The increase in government debt, that is also true. Government will have to borrow money from RBI, so increase in debt have to be done. So right answer will be all of the above. All of the above are the result that will be seen when there is a deficit financing. So right answer is D. Okay, next question. Acha, this is all. So this is what we have discussed about your, one second, monetary policy and fiscal policy. Okay, that's what we have discussed. Now apart from that, first of all, let me know how many answers you have given correct here. And apart from this, if you want to join the regular session in the paid batches where you will find the detailed understanding of the topics and etc., for that you have to do what? First you have to download the Adda 24/7 application. After downloading the application, what you have to do? Just go to the home page. Okay, just go to the home page of Adda 24/7 and you have to select the exam categories there. That's, let's say for example, this is the home page. Here you have to select the exam category. Okay, and the exam category we have is JAIIB, CIB. So you will find here the exam category JAIIB, CIB. Then go to the JAIIB May 2024 and you can check all the batches are available. Now the recent batch that is going to start from 10th of January, that's your JAIIB May 2024. So this is your latest batch. The resolution JAIIB May 2024 is the latest batch starting from 10th of January, and I will be starting your PPB, Principles and Practices of Banking, at the same time. Okay, or sorry, from the 10th of January in this resolution batch. So how to enroll? Just click on the buy now option and enter the code here. If you use this code, you will get 75% discount only. So you have to use a code that will be Y496. Like, you can use this code to get more discount. Apply here, you will find 77% discount. This discount will increase 1% if you use the same code on the application. By using the same code on the application, you will get here what percent discount? 78% discount. Okay, and this is how you can enroll in any batches. This is the latest batch starting from your 10th of January. So if you are looking forward to join these batches, join by using the code Y496. And to join regular YT sessions, subscribe the channel Officers Adda 24/7 and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. And to join IFS classes regular, you have to join Officers Adda 24/7 channel at 7 PM Monday to Saturday. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you all for joining the session and see you all in the next class. Take care everyone. Bye-bye.